Hi, my name is George. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Spain. I'm a programmer. I work in data analytics. For me, is the ability to reflect the reality in the right way, because I think only with that thing you can be a right human being. Life is a powerful thing that is given to every being all over the world. Without this thing, we would be sitting here and not achieved what we have now. I think that the meaning of life is happiness, because only if you're happy you can fully enjoy your life. Because without joy, our life is so sad. So you're feeling so silly, and only happiness gives you power and motivation to live another day. Because only someone is happy, he's living his life fully. I believe that there is no death and it's just a physical feeling. I can give an example of Park Güell. The emotions, the feelings of the greatest architect, Gaudi, is continue to live in this park. I think that every person is immortal, but someone lives a little bit more behind them. Infinity is what was before us, will be after us. You can't count it, you can't touch it, but it's around us, and everyone believes in it. For me, time is the most important resource in your life. Most people don't value it in the right way and just spend it, just waste their time. But there comes a moment and they regret that they didn't appreciate their time earlier.
Do you appreciate your time?
Yes, of course. I'm trying to spend my time in doing right things, learning something, maybe teaching someone, and just being a good person. Okay, I'm trying to spend my time on doing things that can make my life better, make someone's life better, just to be a better person and try not to waste my time. I think that is a part of everyone's life, that comes a moment when you realize that before you was wasting your time on something not useful. Drinking, party, doing some stupid things, be a bad person. My grandfather used to say that we live to give a joy and smile to everyone. He had a small family winery in La Rioja region. I think that each person choosing his own goals, the way he will live, but I think our general goal is to make this planet, our lives, and the lives of our children better, and to try to make this world live and work after us. 1,000 years ago, it was more violently world, where everything was so difficult. Now you can just go in the store and buy some food for you to live your life. Of course, it's the Of course, it's the bad thing that something is happening with the ecology, with weather, with something in the world, but it's the part of our life now. And we can just escape it. We can just escape it. We have to live with it and trying to make it better and fix it. I don't think that everyone is thinking about it, but I know that everyone wants a better life for him. I represent the universe as a brain. We all have it, but only some of people think how powerful our brain is. And I think the universe is the same thing. We're all talking about it, we're thinking about it, but nobody actually understands how big it is and how powerful it is. I think that every person trying to make his brain work at 100%, but it's a question to potential of our brains. Some of us smarter than somebody, so it's just a question of how much do we know, how much do we want to do. I think that whole people trying to work their brains at 100%, but only a few people have advanced brain. And I think that is a question of potential of your brain. Yeah, I think that is genetic is a part of it, but not generally. You can be in a family that never touched a book and be a scientist. And also you can be born in a family of poets and never touch a book or do something that makes your brain work on 100% or make it better. I think that you're understanding how powerful your brain is only when you're traveling and trying to talk and contact with somebody from the other parts of the world. I think that you're understanding how powerful or how smart you are only when you can give an advice to someone and that advice will make his life better or will change his life. I think this is the moment when you understand that you're a little bit smarter than you were. Of course, if we're saying about some science things or education, it's important to have knowledges that will make you at your profession better or make you more responsibility for some science things. But I think the smart person won't say that I have a better education, that I have a better knowledges than you. I think that the smart person is the person who uses his knowledges to make everyone's life better and the life of our planet. I think that information is everything. If we have some information for something, it allows us to be smarter, to be more professional in our field, to make something what we want to make, because without information it's impossible. Information is the thing that is moving our planet up and moving it forward. We had moments in the history when the machines were replaced some people and lost a lot of jobs, and it was awful time in our history, and I'm afraid that this time can repeat. I think information is an important thing in our life. With the help of information we can do anything, but information can be used as a weapon as well. And nowadays it's enough to leave your phone somewhere, and a person who knows how to use information in a bad way can get anything you have, can get your money, your private messages, and everything about you. I think that AI can affect on our lives in a positive way and a negative way as well. It can just replace human beings, and it scares me a little bit. It's the thing that can help us, but if we don't sure how to use it in the right way, it can affect in a bad way too.
So, do you agree with Elon Musk?
Yeah, I agree with him, because I think that he knows much more than me, and that, come on, it's Elon Musk. I think nobody knows something about it like him. I think the general time of the day, I'm using some devices, my laptop, my cell phone, because I'm working in IT. I have to do with it. I think that 75% or from 70 to 75% I'm spending my time behind some device, phone or laptop, doing some work or just spending my time watching some videos. I'm afraid that people can just waste their time doing some stupid things, spending time on playing some games or spending time and playing some games that can replace their real life, and they're just spending all their time behind the devices. For me, it's my work. I have to do it. I have to work with it. In my work, also, I'm trying to make something to work better, some applications, something that can make our life easier or better. Yes, I'm trying to spend my free time not using my devices, my laptop. I'm trying to be in the real world, trying to spend my time outside, just going out with my friends, sleep over in the forest, camping, doing some things that making me feel better. No, I think I'm not afraid of it. As I said earlier, I don't believe in death, so I can say that I'm not afraid of it. But once in childhood, I remember I almost drowned. And after that, I was afraid of water, but not afraid of death. But around 2 years ago, I thought about it and I understood that I don't have to be afraid of water. Come on, it's just water. It won't do anything. And it was the first time for like maybe 20 years when I touched the water and I was swimming pretty well. It was just nothing. I felt nothing. I wasn't scared. I was scared after that, but when I was drowned out, it was just darkness. I wasn't thinking about something. I don't think so. The soul can reborn, but it continued to live in something that someone lives after him. Maybe in art, in films, in some paintings, in a building that someone built when he was alive. Now it's a place to live to other people. They're enjoying their lives. I don't think that a soul is reborn. For me, good is something that allows you to make your life or someone's life better, happier. You can use it and do some things that helps you with something to make your life or your children's lives happier. But evil, it's a very unpleasant thing, and I think that it will make only worse things with our lives and with the lives of our planet. For me, good and evil was the same thing. I think that because of my parents, they were always telling me what is good, what is bad. And I don't think that I changed my mind generally. So generally it's the same like maybe in the childhood. But maybe in childhood I wasn't understanding that much that I understand now. The word God for me is the designation of some greatest power that makes life. Heaven and hell for me is like a result of your life. It shows maybe you was a bad person or you was a good person. You made someone's life worse, or you make somebody happy, somebody's life better. And it's not just a question about your life. Your life can affect somebody's life too. You can make somebody's life worse, you can kill somebody, or you can be a doctor and save somebody's life. There are many theories about the creation of life, but I believe that God is the beginning of everything in the universe. And I think God is the power that gives life and starts our engine. Yeah, sure. I think that every person can choose, and we are making it every moment of our life. I think some of the people can choose when they will die, but I think that is a ill people, yeah, that can control the problems, that can't do something to avoid the problems and make their lives better and be stronger. But also, I can choose to be at home, to not do anything. I can choose to be a very energetic person and do everything. I can jump, I can run. But if we're saying about the people that saying I choose to be a bird or choose to be a something, I want to fly, of course it's impossible to do. We are human beings, we can fly. We can walk, we can jump, we can run, but fly, we have birds for it. For me, love is that warm feeling that you have in your heart. When I'm in love, I can't sleep, I can't thinking about anything, just about something I love. I think that is a soul feeling because our brain help us to think, not to feel. And for me, love is that feeling which can motivate you to be a better person, to be a better father, to be a better child, to live your life happier and just be a happy person. But when you feel better, when you feel in the right way, when you're happy, your brain also understanding it. And he's not against that feeling. Maybe he helps you with something when you feeling it. But yeah, I think it's a more soul thing that is a brain thing. There's a lot of examples when you don't know who's in front of you. You've seen that person first time in your life, but you feel something that not giving you a rest. You're always thinking about it. And I don't think that is the brain give you some. And I don't think that is a brain telling you to love someone or to be with someone. You're just feeling it. The brightest person I've ever met in my life is my mother. I've never seen someone that can sacrifice anything she has to someone she loves. She don't think about herself when it comes to make something with your life. She will give you everything, and not just only about she's child. I mean, me, my brother. It's about everybody that contact with her. She's a special person. I've never met someone like her. She's kind with everybody. I think the brightest moment of my life, it's when I came back home. I used to live in another country for like maybe a year and a half. And when I came back, I remember that feeling. You love everything. You love your remote of your TV. You love your sofa in your living room. You love your view out of your window. And I remember that warm feeling. And I understand that I'm home. I can't say that I was feeling lonely when I was in another country, but I can say surely that I was missing my home. I don't mean that my actual home where I live when I sleep, but my country, my city, the people who was around me, my friends, the weather of my city, the view, everything. But I can't say that I was lonely there. I think it would be the same moment, but in the other way. When I was outside of my country, my home, and I was always thinking about how I will go back. I was imagining I'm in an airplane going back, seeing through the window, the plane window, my city, my country. It was sad to miss home. Then I understood that I'm not happy here. And I think that understanding was the worst feeling in my life. I think that Elon Musk, it's interesting to know what he thinks about it. Because nowadays he's the most innovative person. He makes everything, cars, spaceships, anything. And I think the other person, Bob Marley, I think these guys are very opposite in what they're doing. And it would be interesting to listen to them thinking about something, about universe or world or love, death. I think these two guys are very interesting to know. Quiero saludar a mi familia. Estoy extraño a ustedes muchísimo. Quiero sentir tus brazos, mamá, tus manos. Quiero escuchar tu voz. Quiero escuchar la voz de mi papá, hablar con mi papá, con mis hermanos. Espero que vemos pronto.